had she worn. Astride a black steed, she stole a magic talisman, a ring that let her take on the form of a raven. Her sisters placed a death mark on her head and decreed that to a rancor she'd be fed. But she escaped from Dathomir aboard Terak's star cruiser. A lost ship tracked them down and they were unable to lose her. Charal, sister of the night, upon raven wings she took flight. With the Sanyassan Marauders she crash-landed on Endor, plotted escape for a century, and was trapped forevermore. Terak took over a castle in the dragon's Pelt, and before her new king, the Nightsister, knelt. Charal became known as the Witch Queen of Endor, and even the wise Logray was wary of her power. In 26 B.B.Y, she and Terak learned of Salak Weet's crashed cruiser. They sought to find it and harness from it the star's power. A spacer helped her assemble a magic poultice, granting her a vision of the future. Many ships would soon come, and by controlling them, universal domination was sure. Charal, sister of the night, upon raven wings she took flight. With the Sanyassan Marauders she crash-landed on Endor, plotted escape for a century, and was trapped forevermore. In 3 A.B.Y, Charal saw a chance to escape from Endor. Terak had taken an imperial scouting party prisoner. She promised to free them from the dungeon if they took her along. Terak accused Charal of treason, and her time in confinement was long. She eventually convinced her foolish king to release her, and the Imperials returned to build their shield generator. The Grag awakened and she met with and Logray. They sought to ally against the threat, but this was not her way. Charal, sister of the night, upon raven wings she took flight. With the Sanyassan Marauders she crash-landed on Endor, plotted escape for a century, and was trapped forevermore. Charal sensed the power of the sun star in Logray's possession. She demanded he hand it over, raising an army of Duloc skeletons. She ensnared Paflu with vines, but his sling hit her talisman. Forcibly transformed she fled, but then led stormtroopers to them. But the Grag suddenly appeared, attacking everything in sight. The Sunstar was destroyed, consuming the beast in a flash of light. Later Charal joined the Marauders in attacking Bright Tree Village. They found the Dawani family's crashed ship and came to pillage. Charal, sister of the night, upon raven wings she took flight. With the Sanyassan Marauders she crash-landed on Endor, plotted escape for a century, and was trapped forevermore. Only Sindel escaped the slaughter of her family. Charal captured her, but the Ewok set free. Charal failed to activate the power, really just a part of the ship. And Terak demanded she track down the child that had given her the slip. Finding Sindel in Noah's care, in her mother's voice to her she did call. Black hair turned to gold, clad in white robes, Sindel fell under her thrall. Brought before Terak she confessed she didn't know how to call the power. ensuing battle, Wicked shattered it with his sling. As the talisman shattered, Terak was by its power consumed. As the Charal to forever live as a raven she was doomed.